What's up, humans? Benny here with SDGCreative.net, talking to you today about our Hope Project. The pastor of the church where I am employed wanted to focus on hope for all of 2017. That being the case, we needed to come up with a visual that could change throughout the year while maintaining the hope theme. We took a trip to the nearby hobby store to price big architectural letters, and holy crap, are they expensive. While there, we priced smaller architectural letters and found that there were some within our budget, but they would not be sufficient for what we wanted to do. So we decided to make our own. Problem was, we were on a serious deadline to have something in place, and creating our own letters was going to take time we didn't have. We needed something to use in the interim. Thus, we began with the Hope window. We picked up the window at Habitat for Humanity for $4. It was set up against a neutral background so we could project the letters onto the glass. Projectors are huge time savers, and we recommend them for anyone who wants to do large painting projects but doesn't consider themselves as an artist. We projected the letters onto the front of the glass and outlined them with a dry erase marker. When projecting onto glass, don't try to line up your marker with the image on the glass. As you move your head and body, your perspective changes, resulting in uneven lines that will drive your OCD goblin into a foaming rage. Instead, line up the shadow of your marker with the shadow of the image behind the glass, then give your OCD goblin cookies and milk and put it to bed. Once we were happy with the letters, we flipped the glass down and masked the letters on the back with painter's low stick masking tape, then filled them up with white primer that we had left over from a previous project because we love to pinch pennies. It's important whenever you're using masking tape and want clean lines to burnish the side that will butt up against the paint. Then you can paint away from it, onto it, along it, and you'll end up with clean, happy lines. If you get cocky like some of us and decide that you'll save time by not burnishing, then you will end up scraping your lines by hand, usually while weeping with dysphoria. Don't get cocky, take the time to do it right. Whenever possible, pull the tape while the paint is still wet, especially with acrylic and latex paints. This drastically reduces the likelihood of tearing the paint and ruining your lines. All that's left was to make it awesome. We needed a way to make the glass stand up, but we didn't have time to go to the lumber yard and purchase materials and tools to make anything fancy, so we had to use what was on hand. 4 buckets filled with rock salt, 2 white Christmas tree skirts, 2 bags of pillow stuffing, 2 bundles of branches painted white from a previous project, 2 short 2x4s, and 1 fluorescent light left over from a light table we made a few years back. It was not ideal, nor was it how we wanted the final project to look, but it would fill the gap, giving us time to make the architectural letters that we did want. 8 pieces of foam core and 3 bags of styrofoam cups with another roll of masking tape and an X-Acto knife would give us the bones we needed for lightweight but sturdy papier-mâché letters. We used a basic papier-mâché recipe, flour and water. Rather than buy newspapers, we used a roll of that rough brown public restroom paper towel to cover the letters. Then it was a simple matter of painting them with the remaining white primer and gluing them together. Once finished, we had large 3-dimensional letters that not only looked cool, but could be taken out to other places and set up. We could also completely change the look of the table when we wanted, which we did. In the corner of our property is a tree that was cut down years ago but refuses to die. It yielded raw materials to build a fall-themed visual. We cut and trimmed the branches to give us straightish type poles, then put together either side. Because of the size of it, it wouldn't fit through any of the doors to the sanctuary, so we assembled the rest of it in the sanctuary on the table. After building the basic structure, we wrapped it in white Christmas lights and some fall garland we found on sale at the local store. We suspended the Hope letters inside with 60-pound fishing line. All that was left was to add 2 can lights picked up for $5 a piece from Habitat for Humanity Restore. We love that place. The can lights were put at the front corners and aimed at the letters. A little fake greenery to disguise them, and our fall Hope visual was completed. Even though we only had 2 different looks throughout the year, we are qualifying this project as a success, mostly because we liked the result, but also because there were a number of people throughout the year who came up to take pictures of both projects. Let us know what you think. For all of us here at SDG Creative, to God alone be the glory.